Afternoon.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Oh, and look.
We've got Bella today, not Roxy. Roxy's decided that she's going to have a quiet day on the bed today. And Bella, who's my daughter's dog, has decided to sit with us. And this is the one, if you've watched it with us before, who does all the snoring. And you might actually hear her, there we go, again today. So we don't know what she'll do, whether or not she'll sit quietly, because she's a little bit younger than Roxy, isn't she?
Yeah, and she does.
So she gets a bit more impatient.
She may well make a few comments as we go through.
She might.
Yeah, we are. Yes, absolutely.
We'll see what she does.
I've got no biscuits. I'm sorry, I'm biscuitless. I know, that's really mean. But anyway.
So there we are. We'll let Bella join us as long as she's a good girl. And we're doing Remembrance today, aren't we? Because tomorrow is Remembrance Sunday.
Absolutely, yes.
And you may have done it at school this week on the 11th of November, the 11th of the 11th at
11 o'clock.
Yes, you might have done a 2-minute silence.
Yeah.
And we're going to do a small silence today,
Yep,
aren't we?
part of a silence. That was when the original First World War armistice was signed. And so lots of people mark it on
the armistice, Dan?
Armistice is the point where they agreed to stop fighting.
Thank you.
So they signed the paperwork.
It's a big word, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Armistice.
Big
but
word.
they signed the paperwork and it was signed on the 11th.
Of the 11th.
At 11
o'clock.
Hence the reason we have that period of silence on that day. But because lots of people couldn't do that, they were at work and maybe they did have to talk or things like that, it then became tradition that we would celebrate it on the nearest Sunday to it. So this year, tomorrow, 14th. So yeah.
But if you're in school, then you might well have been able to do it. Lots of people do, don't they?
Lots more. It's become, over the last few years, it's become much more popular to actually mark it on the 11th as well.
Because we've had some big celebrations recently, haven't we?
Absolutely.
Some big centenary, which is 100 years.
Absolutely.
Things happened about 100 years ago, so there's some big celebrations, some big remembering to be done.
Absolutely.
So yes.
Anyway,
we're going to make a poppy, aren't we? Because I'm sure you're all wearing them. Sure you are. Anne's making us a lovely poppy.
So I thought we would make some little poppy crosses. They're very popular these days. People place them on graves and markers. And you can have your own little garden of remembrance if there are people you want to remember. But I made mine here. Using really good things. Lolly sticks.
Oh, hey.
So, good excuse to have some lollies.
Look how many lollies Anne's eaten.
Honestly, I haven't. I did get them from the craft shop, but you can. So wouldn't that? So anyway.
Brilliant. Shall we start our craft then?
I think so.
Looking forward to this.
Okay, so we have some lolly sticks. You need 2, okay?
Okay. I get 2 of those.
Yep, 2, and just place them into a cross for the moment. And you need pieces. This is ordinary string. And if you've got black string, it makes life a lot easier because you
haven't.
But I haven't. I only have white. This is it's actually rolled paper, believe it or not. So it's this is a very environmentally friendly.
I've got a little loop at the end of mine, so I might start
the other end.
Start the other end. So how much string do I need, Anne?
I've taken about 30 centimetres or so, but it doesn't matter. A bit more if you want. Yeah. Okay.
Let's cut that then.
Yep. And now what you need to do is, if you hold string across the front like that. Okay.
Hold the string across the front.
And then you're going to weave it
that
over diagonally. So you've got a line. You just need to hang on to it. And then down to the bottom and then above. And so you're actually forming a little kiss in the middle, across. In the middle with your string. Up and down.
Okay, yeah, I got it.
Okay. And do that.
This is fun.
Do it 2 or 3 times so it just holds it in place.
It does look like a little cross, doesn't it?
Okay.
Look at that. Can you see that? I'll bring it up a little bit. There you are, like a little cross.
And then, I realise we've probably got too much. Then you want to cut it off. Okay.
Okay, well I haven't got as much as you, so I'll just finish mine.
Yep. So cut it off and then tie a knot. And you want to try and tie the knot at the back. Just makes it a bit neater. You haven't got enough to tie a knot, so you might have to start again.
And I was enjoying that, so I can do it again, can't I? Okay, so I need to
leave quite a little.
I didn't leave. Did you see what I did wrong, everybody? I didn't leave a bit to tie a knot. So I'm going to leave a bit to tie a knot this time. There we are. There we are. So I'm going to do it again.
And it doesn't matter if you end up with too much when you tie a knot and you've got too many ends.
There we are. So Then I'll do, now a reef knot is left over right, isn't it?
Right over left.
And right over left. And I use that when I'm knitting all the time, and it really does work. Sorry, Poppy, I've just flipped that one away.
And then you can just cut the excess off so that it's out the way.
Right, that's it. Flick it all over my floor.
Okay, I will.
She did. She flicked it all over my floor.
And then you can centre it up. If it's a bit off centre, you can just slide it up and down. There we are.
So can I have the scissors, please, Anne?
There we are.
Thank
of course
you.
You can.
Lovely. So I just trim that off. That's good, isn't it?
And because the centre of poppies are black,
I think mine is quite central, isn't it? Do you think that's central, everybody? I think we're okay there.
You can just see, this is why if you have black wool or black string, it would be so much better.
So you're just going to make it, but it is quite nice to have the black cross, isn't it?
Absolutely. There we are.
To make the centre of the poppy.
Just make the centre. There we are.
Lovely. So just colour it like this.
Yep, however you want. And then you need to make some petals. Now, the easiest way is to get a piece of red paper, and if you fold it in half, and then in quarters, and cut out a little square. So
I could do the lollipop stick a bit as well.
You could do. And then what you want to do is do petal shape. I'm not very good at this. This is where it tends to go wrong. But whatever shape of petals, you need to make sure that the base of the petal isn't too wide, because you're going to put it under. So there we are. I've made 4 petals. If you cut it out, you could do 4 separate ones.
So I'm just going to go through that again. So I've got a piece of paper.
Yep.
I've folded it in half.
Yep.
In half again, and then I'm going to cut petal shapes. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So I want nice big. Now poppies tend to have rounded leaves, don't they? Actually.
Yeah.
I was going to do nice big pointed ones, but I think poppies have quite rounded leaves. So there we are. Now I should, if what Anne says is right, have 1, 2, 3, 4. She's right, everybody. No surprise there, really. She's always right.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, and then what?
So then you want to put some glue onto
my stick.
There we are.
Okay.
And if you make sure that the top is quite a shortish bit, then it makes it look more like a cross. And then you just slide them underneath. There we are.
Okay.
And there we go.
There we are.
And if you make some of these, you could put names on them, so you can write names if you
write
knew
names
people.
on your leaves, couldn't you?
Or you could actually have a little poppy garden. You could just put these into a flower pot with some soil or something like that, and actually have a remembrance little garden there.
You could. Or you could just put them into a little jar, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
I think that's what we'll do for our story, shall we? Put it into a little jar. There we are. There's our poppies. And actually, I was wondering, Anne, if maybe, this probably isn't the best pen to do it, but you could put some little black lines just at the beginning of the poppy leaf there to make it look a bit more flower-like.
Yep.
But they're good, aren't they? Plenty of room.
Yep.
For names or just to remember.
Yep.
Which is lovely.
I'll put them.
Lovely.
There we are.
Thank you very much.
So, remembrance.
Thank
little
you.
poppy crosses.
And that doesn't mean we don't buy our poppies, because obviously when we buy our poppies, the money goes to the Royal British Legion that supports.
So you can make a donation and you can still use one of these.
Yes, you can.
Recyclable. So they are more environmentally friendly than anything that has a bit of plastic on it. So
True, no plastic on them.
No plastic on them.
Brilliant.
But as I say, you can still make a donation to the Royal British Legion, who do such wonderful work in helping those who have been affected by conflicts.
And not just the First and Second World War, but people who've been affected by conflicts more recently.
Yep.
Yeah.
Afghanistan, Bosnia, Northern Ireland.
Yep.
There's lots of them.
So we carry on remembering with our poppies.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Anne. I'm going to get a vase to put those in there.
Okay, that will be good. And so, look, there they are, our lovely poppies, looking really good, resplendent there.
They are. They're looking great, aren't they? And this might sound a really silly question, But why poppies? Why do we all wear poppies? What's poppies got to do with remembering?
Well, actually, lots of people think it was about the First World War, but actually it was about a war before that. There's something called the Boer War that actually happened in the late 1800s. It happened twice. There was one in about 1880 and one 1899, I think, somewhere around there.
So
and
long time ago.
Long time, well over 100 years ago, much longer than that. But what they found was, after the conflict and the battles,
so that's the wars that were happening.
Yeah, all the wars that were happening. What happened was the plants that grew quickly after that were poppies.
Because it would have been horrible. It would have been muddy devastation. It would have been really horrible. There'd be nothing there.
Poppy seeds are one of those things that actually can remain in the soil for a long time. But as soon as they come up and they are exposed to light, they will germinate and they will grow. And therefore they saw these seas of poppies. And of course, there's something about the blood as well, isn't there?
Just a little bit. Having a red flower, I think, helps us remember
it. Yes, absolutely. And of course, you don't only have red poppies now.
Purple ones.
Purple ones for all the animals that have died.
Especially horses, because they would have played a big part in the First World War.
Absolutely. And in that Boer War. Yeah, absolutely.
And white poppies that make us think about future peace.
Absolutely. So they're the
not
peace
forgetting, but remembering.
Thinking about how we should all strive for peace. So yes, so poppies, absolutely. So, but they started as that commemoration, and it was taken on when the idea of remembering those who had died first sort of took off. So yeah.
So there you are. I've learned something new. Thank you, Anne. That's great.
And so we have this act of silence that we're going to do as well. So I thought I'd use some words that are taken from the act of remembrance.
So if you come to church on Sunday, you will hear these words, and you may have heard them if you did a remembrance at school. They are very familiar words. So have a listen to them. They're quite grown up, old-fashioned words, but they're very famous. So we're not going to change them at all.
No.
Okay.
So what normally happens is people would lay wreaths of poppies or crosses, those little crosses similar to the ones we've made, and somebody would say these words. They shall not grow old, as we that are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
When you go home, tell them of us and say, for your tomorrow we gave our today.
Thank you, Anne. That was very lovely. And we used a bell today, but you'd often hear a trumpet. And if churches are lucky enough to have a trumpet player, you will hear the trumpet. But I think that was really lovely. We only kept silent for a minute, so it would be a bit longer if you were at the memorial, because it tends to be 2 minutes, doesn't it, at 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
so.
absolutely.
And we were nearly silent. I don't think Bella really understands what being silent means, do you, Bella?
She wants to make a comment.
She does. Yeah, she's got a lot to say.
So what are we singing today?
Well, I thought we'd sing Kumbaya, because Kumbaya stands for God come here. So we're asking God to come to us. Come by here, Lord. Come by here. So Kumbaya stands for come by here. And I think that's really important when we're thinking and we're remembering,
Yeah.
to know that God is with us in that remembering. So we're going to sing Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya, and then we're going to sing Someone's Crying, Lord.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's good to be around people when they are sad
Yeah.
and they are crying.
Yeah.
So come by here, Lord, somebody's crying. And then we'll do some, come by here, Lord, somebody's praying.
Okay.
Because again, we know that when we pray to God, God is with us. So you might know this one. It's a well-known one. I remember singing it in the Brownies. So there you go. Are you ready? And we'll do some actions. You might like to join in with those as well. I will take my glasses off for this. And Bella, I'm going to need my hand.
Okay. So.
Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Kumbaya, my Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's crying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's crying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's crying, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Someone's praying, Lord, Kumbaya. Oh Lord, Kumbaya. It's a lovely song, isn't it? Yes. Bella's been licking her foot through that. There we are. She is so beautiful, though. She's so beautiful. So, Anne, shall I say a few prayers?
Absolutely.
We've prayed a lot today because our song's been about praying, and also our bit of remembrance, our words of remembrance were praying as well. So let's just bring all our prayers together, shall we? Creator God, we thank you that we live in this time of peace in our country, that we don't have to suffer the sadness of war and loss. That we remember and we give thanks for all those who gave their lives for us and for this country. So we thank you, and we send our love to all those who have lost people in war. Amen. So we're coming to the end of our time of remembrance, and we're starting a sort of a time of waiting next, aren't we?
Okay, so we're looking forward to Christmas, and the time before that is Advent.
Advent calendars! Who's got a chocolate one? And they're all still in there as well.
Absolutely. No, I've got one of those. So I've got a wooden Christmas tree that with little drawers in, and every year I refill it. And I refilled mine yesterday. So it's got the chocolates in there, just waiting for the first.
Long time? Still
Absolutely.
A long time to wait.
Still got to wait.
So we'll see you at the end of the month, because Advent for us actually starts at the end of November.
Yeah.
So it'd be a little bit earlier than the 1st of December.
It is. And I think that, I think they have sold us Advent calendars wrong. Think of all those chocolates we've missed over the years, because they don't start until the 1st of December. And Advent starts the 4th Sunday before Christmas. So usually
it's 28th,
November.
isn't it? 28th of November. So have a big bag of Maltesers or something on the 28th to miss out all the ones that we've missed. Absolutely. So we will come back. We will do a craft and a song, and we'll do a bit of waiting and patience and things like that. And we'll, I know. And we may have Bella or Roxy may be back. We'll see. Thank you, everybody.
Have a good week.
See you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.